It's finally time to start making some Pistons content. I got a lot to say. Let's go. Let's go!
Hey, King paying for gas.
All right, Pistons fans. So it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute since I've made some dedicated Pistons content on this side of things. You know, I do my show with my brother Deuce. You know, you guys, you come and support, but it's time to get the content rolling. You know, I've been watching a lot, hearing a lot, seeing a lot, but it's time for me to step back up. And man, I got such high hopes for my team. I really do. And it's a lot that I've been wanting to say. You know, to sit back and watch a lot of the things that's been taking place. You know, it's been tough for me not to get in front of this mic and actually just give y'all this content. What I built this thing on, right? What I started my YouTube career on, making this type of content. So this season, things are going to be a little bit different, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just ready, man. I'm so ready, man. So let's get to it, man. Obviously, training camp right now. I mean, we got preseason games coming this weekend. You know, the open practice, I will be in attendance, of course. If you're there, say what's up. I'll be there. What I've been hearing in the media, what I've heard from Langdon, what I've heard from Bickerstaff, some of the players on the team, I've been pretty excited. I really have. And here's why. First and foremost, we're just going to start at the top. I truly do believe that this is the season where Cade goes to the All-Star game. I really do, because of the way that this organization has switched things up by bringing in Langdon and Bickerstaff and, you know, the assistants that they have. But the biggest part of that is the togetherness. There was so much, I felt like, behind the scenes junk that was going on, you know, with the last regime, the button heads and everything else. The togetherness that I've been seeing is a beautiful thing, because if you listen to any of the 2004 Pistons or the Bad Boys talk, one thing that they always said, these guys called each other, stayed on the phone all night, they hung out together, they did things together, they ate together. That's where it starts. And when you look at what was going on with this team and a lot of the separations that was going on, this camp didn't really mess with that camp, all of that crap, we was doomed from the start, and we didn't even see it coming. I think it's going to be a different type of situation this year. And at the peak of that, I see Cade standing at that mountaintop, All-Star game, Pistons turn a new leaf, starting to bust out some wins, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You know, I mean, the All-Star game is one thing. We all want to see our players make the All-Star game. Cade deserves it, though. That's the difference. You look at some of the guys who made the All-Star game, and you look at what Cade did. He deserves it. And I think he's going to have an even better season simply because of how the team is structured. I have very high expectations for Cade, for Duran, for Ivy. I expect them to take the next level. I really do. Cade is already an excellent player. We all know what he is already. But you have the right pieces on the team right now, the right mentalities, the right chemistry going on. It's going to take a second on the court for these guys to get it together, but you already start making some headway just by the relationships right now. Getting used to being around each other, knowing what each other likes, make you want to play for your brother out there on the court. But we have the right type of guys here. We're not a bunch of young kids now. These guys, they know how to prepare. They know the expectation. We had a bunch of young guys where we were more worried about them, taking steps. These guys, they're seasoned vets. They know what to do. They're going to show up every game. There's no question mark if they're not going to show up. They're going to show up. That's why I see Cade finally making that all-star team this year. I think the Pistons are going to put out more wins than people think. Like I said, my Tigers, my Lions. Enough said. I think my Pistons are right there. I think they are right there. I think this is the year that we start pumping out some wins and that we really start threatening some playoff position. Whether it's the play-in or it's right at the bottom of that playoff race, I think that's what we're pressing for this season. Because in the NBA, things can really change quickly if you make the right moves. The Pistons have done everything uniform and they've done everything right so far in my eyes. So I got a lot of expectation for this team. I think that dog in Jaden Ivey finally gets released. I think Jalen Duran turns into the monster that we all know he can be. These pieces that they added make these guys better in every way. So let's talk a little bit about the media. I know we've done lineups on the podcast with me and Deuce, but I just want to say this because not only have we not really mentioned guys like Holland, you know what I'm saying? We've talked a lot about Asar. And what I heard the other day, I'm not sure if Asar is going to be available for us. The way that it was worded, and he's not even doing contact drills. I don't think we're going to have Asar at the beginning of the season. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But this type of situation is very dangerous. So we have to wait and see what the league says, man. And they're going to be cautious. They don't want anything happening to these young men out on the court. Same type of situation is something that retired Chris Bosh. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I'm wrong. But the way it sounded doesn't sound good. So that creates a little bit more relief in the middle, of those lineups, whether who starts and who comes off the bench. So unfortunately, that's what it is. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong. Listen, man, Reed has been getting a lot of buzz around camp. We all talked about it. He does all the little things, the dirty things that you need. You know what I'm saying? He's the classic Pistons type. He's going to do everything that he can to help his team win. And he's good at doing that. So it's part of the reason why I say the pieces that we've brought, right? Tobias Harris, his professionalism, just listening to him talk on media day, what he brings to the team, what he's noticed, man, you can't ask for more out of a veteran. We're used to Tobias Harris. We know how brilliant of a young man he is. We know how professional he is. We know how he builds relationships. A small part of, I believe, all of us wish that team would have had a little bit more time, when Tobias was here. But, he's here in a better situation because he's here where this team is about to head upward. And you heard him say himself that Cade was one of the biggest reasons why. You know what I'm saying? So, we all know that players will love to play with Cade. Coming to Detroit is one thing, but playing with Cade is another. It's good to hear that. You know what I'm saying? It's good to hear that because he's going to need Tobias. You know what I'm saying? So, just them bringing everything together with what we have available on the roster. I expect a lot out of the training staff. The buzz for the Pistons is silent right now, but quietly, there's some excitement there. But I think that's all going to start to change real quick. I really do. And it can start this weekend. So, I'm excited to get this content rolling. I know, a lot of you guys on the Pistons side of my channel, you're seeing a lot of Lions. I told y'all, man, I tried to focus on one over the summer instead of both, but it's time to go. It's go time. I almost want to do Tigers content. If I could handle the load. But if y'all can help me become a full-time YouTuber, I promise you I will do Red Wings and Tigers too. It's gonna take a lot of super thanks down there. But yeah, on a serious note, my expectation is super high, man. And as far as this team goes, I think we're gonna be good. So my question to you guys, down in the comment section, I need a record prediction. What do you think the Pistons record is going to be this season? Do you think this team is going to be good? And also, do you think Cade is going to make the All-Star team this season? Those are the two questions I got for you guys. I love you guys' feedback. I love your engagement. You've been excellent. It's always fun. Man, I'm looking forward to it. So let's get this thing rolling. It's time to get it. Let's go.